All right, we're live, Maree. Hello, everybody. Hello, Maree, my beautiful co-host. Thank you for being here. How's everything in Australia?
Yeah, look, it's great. I was just telling Elisa, hi everyone, that we finally today just got no wind and it's a blue sky and it's just so exciting. So, but yeah, look, everything's much the same, all good here. Yeah, how are you? What's been happening?
I am fantastic. The retired life really agrees with me. And the universe has been putting things in front of me that are just, just the when you get to decide with your heart every minute of what you want to do, really everything changes, and I can't really explain it other than it is ultimately true joy and happiness. So yeah, life has been just amazing.
Well done.
So very excited for what's to come with all the financial news and all of that. So it's just time to be, and I'm doing what I was told to do, and it's working out really well for me. So
Yeah, well done, because it takes courage to do that, doesn't it? To listen to your inner guidance, and you sort of see this cliff and you go, oh my God, and then you just have to go with what you're told.
you get to jump
Yeah,
without parachute, and you just have to
yeah,
go. My happiness takes precedence
yeah,
over anything else.
yeah. That's
Yeah,
beautiful.
yeah,
Yeah, well
yeah.
done.
So
Watch this space.
yeah, so it's been beautiful, and yeah, just looking forward to what's to come. But today, and I wanted to let everybody know I'm going on vacation for 2 weeks to another country, and I don't think, depending on what's on my schedule, I don't know if I'll be able to do, the shows and stuff. So I'm just giving you a heads up. I'm leaving Thursday. I'm not coming back till 2 Thursdays from now. So we'll probably be back then. But if we can have a surprise show, we can have it, if it works out.
Play it by ear.
So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, play by ear.
So, yeah.
So what did you
Jazzy
want to?
says
Oh,
hello to
Jazzy! Yay!
everyone. So, yes, he's here
Thank
with
you,
us.
Jazzy. Sometimes I forget that you're there.
I do too, and he's sitting right in front of me, and then it's like this. Hello.
I love
Yeah.
it. I love it. So I have two. No, I don't have much today because I have not been paying attention. I just read what's on, you already know where, in Telegram, and I just look and see what's there. And so today something was big that it hit me. I shouldn't have read that, but because we do the show, I have to.
Yeah.
And the news that came out was, and I'm going to have to use code words,
Yep.
has to do with a woman that ran for president here, right? You know
Yes.
who she is. And her lawyer was in the trial,
Yep.
and he just got acquitted.
Isn't that interesting?
Yes. So I really need to understand, because that was a gut punch for me, because here I am thinking, "Oh my god, it's all going to come out. We're winning. The good guys are in charge." And I saw that, I was like, "Wait, what?" So
Yeah.
I need to understand, what is this?
Okay. Yeah. So we can ask. We just ask. Look, give us a clue, I guess, as to what's gone on.
What happened in that trial?
Yeah.
How is this man acquitted?
Yeah.
How is this possible?
Oh my God, how's anything possible that's going on half the time? It's quite incredible. Okay, I'm going to use this little pack here, and I'm just going to flip as we go. Okay. So, all right, so the first three that have come up is King of Pentacles. Now, this is something that's been created. Remember, our Pentacles is about a reality. It's a master of creation. And if we look at our world at the moment and the way the justice system sits, we've here got our Seven of Wands, which is chaos. So literally, the Four of Cups then came up. So something's being offered. So to me, I mean, it's like anything. Something that's been put in place that's meant to be good, that's meant to be helpful, that's meant to be truth and just, it's actually been turned into something that's quite chaotic. And it can really, basically, it can offer what it wants, and this is an emotional card, for the outcome it wants. So I'm feeling that this is telling us, and I'm just going to keep going with these cards, that yeah, it's almost like something that's been set up has been set up in a way, because we've got our Empress card and we've got our Seven of Pentacles. So there's been a lot of things planted, seeded, and then we've got our Five of Swords. So things can be changed around to work for whatever's been seeded and planted in there. Because the Five of Swords is all about it's words, thoughts, but there's been a conflict. So it's things can be changed to what the original intention was, okay, of the actual of the justice system per se. So it just seems to me, with the Seven of Wands and the Five of Swords that came up after the cards, the creating cards, that there's something that's been tampered with, there's something that's been played with, that is not righteous, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Okay, so then let's go ahead and see, just so I understand. Was the judge a bad guy or a white hat?
Okay.
Like, who is in charge of this?
Yeah. So how did the ruling come through? Do you know? Was it done through the judicial system, or was it done
Through the
through our
media.
jury, or was it?
Through the media. From what I saw, it was done through the media.
Oh, they gave out the results, but I mean, was it jury or was it just judge that made the final
Judge.
decision? Judge. Okay. Yep. So we're asking.
That's why I need to know if the judge was in on it or not.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we've got an Ace of Swords, which is a yes. Got a Ten of Pentacles, which is financial, which is money, and then the
So
Queen.
he got paid.
Yeah, well, we can't say that, but that's what the cards are saying.
Right.
And then the Queen of Pentacles, which is contemplating your reality, contemplating financial.
Okay, so she's saying fire from the Lord is saying jury.
Jury, okay. But
the judge was threatened and paid off, is what Jim thinks.
Oh, there you go. So that's what the cards were saying to me, because we asked that specific question. I can ask about the jury if you like as well.
Wait, now she's saying no jury. Oh, okay. So no jury. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. The way it read, it was like it was the judge who made the decision.
The cards were very clear with what came out. Yep. So, and this is what the first lot of cards were actually saying as well. There's still some chinks in our systems, right? And that, but on the other hand, is that helping people wake up? Is that helping people go, what? And go, well, what can we trust? What? So because people might not have really believed that the justice system could do that.
So I would like to ask that, because personally, I don't believe it.
Okay. So you feel that
I feel like the people that are on the other side are going to be like, yeah, that's right. She did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
So to me, I don't feel like there is waking anybody up.
Okay, let's have a look and see.
Yeah.
All right, so the Lovers card has come up and the Nine of Cups. So this is when something's working together. Okay, it's come together to work. It's actually bringing a balance. So the Nine of Cups is something that's desired. And then we've got our Eight of Swords, and this is when something has been blindfolded, like, that you're trapped, you're in that sort of system. So I feel it still would have brought up, because the Death card's just on top here. I went to grab another one. It still will help a lot of people, even though there's a lot of people that go, yeah, that's great, and that's what we wanted. There's still going to be people going, that's weird though, if you look at the evidence, like how, that sort of thing. So I feel this is going to actually transition some people over. And look, maybe it's just, again, so they can turn around in time and go, well, look what happened here. This was something where the evidence was obvious, and we've actually now know blah, blah, blah. So therefore we're changing our our judicial system. We're changing all of that up. So it's
Okay.
like it's almost like something will change because of it. So yeah, mystery. So the Four of Swords has come up. So there's something that's hidden that's going to be that's going to help in the end with the change in a system.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's so frustrating. It must be frustrating. Well, it is
Yeah.
frustrating, isn't it, when that
Yeah.
happens?
Yeah. 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 Big
Yeah.
time. Um, yeah, because in the end, we think that the alliance and the white hats have everything under control, but
Yeah. Do
that's
they?
not really true.
There's still I mean, the systems could take quite a while to fully change as well. I mean, yes, they can get maybe the major things going and the core going, but it's going to take quite a few years to get everything changed over
Yeah.
to something better.
Yeah.
Mm,
Okay. So the next one that I saw
yep.
was Australia moves to ditch Queen as head of state days before the Jubilee.
Do you know, I haven't even seen that really, so I don't watch mainstream media. So where did that one come from? That's so
Express
interesting.
express.co.uk.
Interesting.
So I'm like,
Mm.
I don't even know if this is real. So let's ask if it's true that Australia is actually moving to, you know,
Change it. I mean, they've been,
break away
yeah.
from the monarchy in England.
I think they had a referendum on this, but the way they worded the questions, it was very hard to, I remember it vaguely, very hard. They actually did it in a way where most people were voting the opposite way. But so the Hierophants come up, because I was doing this as you were asking the question. So the Hierophants come up, who is someone, as you can see, who's quite powerful, his authority figure, someone in charge,
Hmm.
and then the Magician. So I feel this is something that is being said to
But
make
it's
people
not really
stop and think.
happening.
It's not really happening because the Five of Swords then came up. So I feel that this is something that's been put out there that is actually, it's not that, to me, I don't think this would happen because the way they've set up our, what do you call it? The situation here within our political system. Again, it's a, what do you call it when it's a business? It's not a government. It's actually,
Corporation?
thank you. If they got rid of the Queen, that means that they've got nothing to hide behind. So that would really surprise me.
Well,
Unless it's because the Queen, there may be something that's coming up around the Queen and health and all of that.
mhm.
Who knows? But the cards weren't showing that was the case. So
Yeah. And that's
yeah,
kind of how I felt when I read it because of the
okay,
way that it said it. Like Australia moves to ditch Queen. Like I was like,
yeah,
that sounds like a,
a
you know,
furphy.
yeah.
It sounds like a furphy to me.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Like sensational.
Yeah, no, they have done a referendum years ago around that. But yeah, so no, it's not, yeah, no. I mean,
Yeah.
gosh, it would be lovely if we could get rid of everything, wouldn't it?
Yeah, big time. So, okay, so that was definitely my intuition there.
Yeah,
It
well
just
done.
says so we're talking about the Queen of England because that's who
The
manages.
Commonwealth. Yeah.
Um, and does is it only Australia or it's also New Zealand?
Uh oh God, there's so many countries. Like there's Canada,
Canada?
I think it's South Africa, New Zealand, like Tanzania, all these countries. There's like, because they have the Commonwealth Games, and then there's like 80 to 100 countries. I'll have to relook up to see how many come under the Commonwealth. Yeah, it's crazy. People don't realize how much power that they have had.
Yeah, and that's a now that you mentioned that, I'm going to ask you something I had heard in somewhere that she literally owns the pyramids in Egypt.
That's right. You were saying that as well.
So I want to
So,
see if that's true.
okay, let's ask to see. So, as in owns them, as in if she said something, people would go and do it. Is that what you mean? Has the
Yes,
power over them?
and like if they were to find any artifacts, like she decides what gets put in the
Wow.
museum, what doesn't, like full control of that
Wow.
area.
Okay, let's just have a little look and see what comes up with that. Yeah, this one's hot. Okay, let's just have a look. Wheel of Fortune, King of Wands. I'll pull them up in a second. Celebration card and Queen of Swords. She may have, I think she might have had at one stage, because we've got our Wheel of Fortune and our King of Wands. Okay, so this is someone that can make things happen. And then our celebration card. So on her behalf, it seems like she did have a lot of power. And then our Queen of Swords, so someone that speaks and thinks words. Whether that's the case now, I'm going to just double check to see if
Okay.
that's actually the case
Yeah, maybe
now.
the white hats have taken control.
Or someone else has taken
Or
control.
the
Let's just
alliance.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say that someone else has taken control just with the cards that are coming up. Yep. Two of Wands. So this is where a decision's being made for the whole world, like, looking out to the future. It's usually a positive card, something. And then we've got our Eight of Cups, which is walking away from something. So I feel that that's all been changed up with our Five of Swords following. So there's been some sort of struggle, some sort of fight, but I don't feel she has any power now at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Fantastic. That's great
Yes.
news. Okay, so now let me go start with Dennis's questions from the beginning.
Okay.
So he says, is the Red Queen still active? Who do you know who that is? A
Who's
Red
the Red
Queen?
Queen? The Red Queen. I don't know. I don't know who the Red Queen is.
But that's okay. We can ask the
we can
cards,
still ask. Yeah,
and
we
then
can still ask
he can tell us
who the Red
who
Queen is.
he was referring to. I mean, I was assuming it's the Queen of Queens from England, but
Let's see. The Hanged Man's come straight up. And I don't usually do cards in reverse, but the Sun's come up reversed. So to me, this is something that's been surrendered. Oh, was the Red Queen the Canadian one?
that's kind of what I don't know why that's what I was thinking.
Popped into my mind. And then the Hermit. So I would say that there's nothing there that's powerful, because when that Sun card is reversed, which like I say, I very rarely do reverse cards, and then the Hangman. So there's a surrendered situation.
Oh, he's saying it's a computer.
The Red Queen. I've never heard of that. So,
but the cards are saying, because the cards would know what the Red Queen is. So
exactly. So it was surrendered. So surrendered with the Sun upside down. So I don't know. I have no idea whether it was good or bad. It was just saying that it looks like it's not being, it's not active.
Okay, so Dennis, let us know who the Red Queen is. But you said it's a computer, but
what does it do, Dennis? I love your questions. You always have something intriguing in there.
Yes, right. He gets around.
He gets around.
Yeah, he gets around. He knows what's going on. Okay, well, you get your answer there. Maybe he can tell us more in the chat of if it's a computer, what kind of computer, or what does it do?
Yeah.
Okay, the next question is, are the people from Chaco Canino in the fifth dimension and watching the area for its safety?
Where's Chaco Canino? Is that I've never heard of that either, so I'm not quite sure what that is, but let's have a look. Chaco, so are they looking after, basically, are they, can you pop the question up, Elisa? Is that
yes? Oh my God, yes, I forgot to start doing that.
Makes it easier for me to tune in.
Yep.
Chaco Canino, wow.
Because you can connect to the energy too when I do that.
Yeah, I'm watching the area for its safety.
Yeah, let me see.
Okay. All right, so let's have a little look and see.
It was under the Denver airport.
Wow, okay. That's interesting, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. So, maybe he's talking about the computer.
Yeah, that's what I thought when he said that.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right.
Okay,
yes,
so
I got to move because the questions are at the top, so I don't see what's in the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. No, that's cool. So first card up is Seven of Wands again. Now, this is our Chaos card. So there's and then we've got our Four of Cups. So that's being offered something. It's an emotional offering. So I think even though there's chaos going on, I don't know that there's much they can do at this stage. If this is
Chaco
right,
Canyon.
Checo Canyon are the people from Checking Your 5D. So Wheel
Chaco
of Fortune. I
Canyon.
feel that whoever it is that you're talking about, whatever it is, I feel that they're watching, they're observing, but there's not a lot they can do because of these two cards here. They're offering, they can't offer us much.
Mhm.
And it's like when things maybe change, there can be more interaction. But at this stage, those cards and the feeling I'm getting is that there's an observation, or
Okay.
there's just a monitoring going on of the chaos.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. All right. The next question is the power outage going to be
Mm,
political?
okay. So I guess too, we need to check to see. I mean, I know that the power outage, there was some. Remember last time Jazzy showed me that there was lights going on and off around the world at different
Yeah.
times, but it was
Yeah.
like, yeah, so there may be some, but
Well, I'm
political.
thinking, so you know how with the cards you have to be really exact?
Yeah, that's why it's
And I'm thinking in this case, this question is way
too broad.
too broad.
So let's
So
change it. So is the power outage going to have something to do with maybe if there is a power outage in your area, has it got something to do with maybe some activity or things that are going on with the white hats, black hats, behind the scene? Because that's sort of in its own way political. So I don't know if that
Mhm.
would help. So yeah, it could do if they're because we've got our
Okay, so
eight.
he's saying that Chaco is a portal. Jim is saying Chaco is a portal in New Mexico.
Okay, all right. So they're watching is what I was getting with that last question. So
Okay, so they
they're
are
observing.
watching.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
observing.
observing. Yeah.
Yep.
So they know what's
Okay.
going on.
Okay.
So yes, we've got our Eight of Swords. So as we know, there's a lot going on that's hidden from us. Okay, that
Okay.
we're in, and then there's the Nine of Cups, which is something that's desired. So and then an outcomes, because again, that Two of Wands has come up looking out over the world, making decisions. So I feel that some of them may very well be associated with what's going on. Yeah, but I don't feel there's going to be massive, like deliberate power outages for long periods of time.
Mhm, mhm,
So that's
mhm.
never something I've actually got. I feel, that more on an internet sort of level, Wi-Fi, internet communications level. Mm.
Yeah, and I had heard some people had made comments in our past videos that there had been outages for 3 days or so
Yeah,
in I think it was the UK. So it's
yeah,
already happening. This is stuff that's already happening
yeah.
out
And
there.
with all the weather that's been manipulated and strange storms and floods, I mean, some areas here didn't have electricity for anything up to, I think it was 2 weeks, 3 weeks. They were still couldn't get electricity into areas. So,
Yeah.
there's going to be reasons, and that's political in a way because it's manipulated.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, if you look at it like that, true.
So I'm trying to look at what Jim wrote. Wonder about the talk of nuke underwear taking
Take
out New York City. I bet you he didn't mean to write
underwater.
underwear.
I think it might be, is it underwater, Jim? Taking out New
Taking
York
out New
City.
York City. Talk
If you
about the
hold it for
nuke.
powerful.
Underwater?
Yeah, underwater. Right, let's go with underwater. I think
Taking out New York City. The hundreds
oh,
bill, if you fold it in, foretells this. Oh.
okay. Yep, I'm getting it. So this is yeah. Look, again, straight away my feeling is that they wanted what they wanted, right? They wanted a very different world to what we're living in. And yes, so I'm gonna actually say a no to that, because we've got our star card, which to me means that we're being protected. And if you look at nuclear, and I remember reading this so many years ago. I was really young, and I remember reading that how air spacecraft came down and turned off the nuclear stations or whatever it
Yes.
was where they could. And I don't believe they will allow that to happen. So I really feel that this card is saying there's too much at stake. They will never let it happen. Yes, they would have
Yes,
loved
I
it.
agree.
Our
Yeah.
dark side would have loved it, but I
Yeah.
feel we've got a whole new beginning coming, a
Yep.
whole new way of being. If that happened, yeah, it would be so it would be terrible. So the death cards come up. So that whole plan has dissipated, has gone.
Okay,
So
good.
yep,
Good,
yeah.
good,
Good
good.
question though.
Okay. Okay. So Trixie's asking if she can ask a historical question, or are we sticking to current events? Yeah, ask your question. What the heck?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So while she asks her questions, I'm gonna keep
Yeah.
looking on the chat. Um, um, uh, and this is the problem with this
The system, is it really
this
hard
system.
to
Yeah,
pick up the
because if
questions?
there are questions in the top, I have to go all the way to from the top, and then I have to
Ah,
yeah, I have
okay.
to then read all the way down,
Yep.
all the let me do this. If you guys had questions, just start putting them on the chat with question, and then I'll go from there.
Yep. Yep. That's a
So,
good idea.
okay, he wants me to ask about the subs.
Yep.
Okay, hold on. His are easy to find because he's all the way at the top. Okay, this is a question he has about the subs. Whose subs are they
Mm.
looking for off the coast of Florida? Ours or someone else's?
Okay, so was that information just in like normal mainstream media news, or was that something obviously that Dennis has heard sort of, in research? So if they are actually looking for subs, let's have a look and see. Oh, okay. So Seven of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. So this is something that's sorry, Eight of Pentacles. This is something that's been done, planned, manipulated. And then we've got our Queen of Swords. So someone that speaks truth, is very direct. And then we've got our Magician. So I feel that this is actually something that's been hidden. So it's a mystery, but it's bringing through having the tools to get rid of something. So straight away, what was coming to me is the subs that were used by the dark hats, black hats, to do their business. Okay, in and out of entrances, secret entrances. So because that Magician card tells me that something's going to come to light, it's like it's being searched for. So it's more than
Mm.
likely just our usual perpetrators.
Mhm.
Oh
The
my
bad
goodness.
guys.
Yeah. And Dennis, that reminds me, because I was thinking I was going into underground situations. In Australia, it was really interesting. Only probably about an hour and a bit from where I live, there was a earthquake here about 2 days ago, 3 days ago. We don't have earthquakes here. And everyone was saying how weird it was, and they felt it, and their houses were shaking. And it was actually even right, some of the places on the Gold Coast where I live were feeling it, from right up north of Brisbane, which is like, it could be an hour and a half, all the way down to the south of Gold Coast. They were saying they felt this earthquake. Well, guess what depth it was at? 10 kilometres. Now we know what happens at 10 kilometres, don't we? And fascinating, because somehow I caught something of Megan Rose's, but she was saying that the Velnet was actually warning or saying, it was like even 2 to 3 weeks ago, watch the east coast of Queensland, something will happen. And this is what's happened. So they're still doing work in these places. So looking for subs, I would say they're still doing work in these places, if you know what I'm saying.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. So things are still happening, moving forward. They're still doing work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Mm.
Okay. So there's a question. Oh, yeah, that let's see. We can ask. I don't want to
No,
say
don't say it.
yeah,
Yeah,
just read the question
okay.
and then
Okay.
ask it in your own words if you
Okay.
can make it
Yeah.
more detailed.
Okay. So it was something that happened quite a while ago. Um, from an unexpected place. Let's just have a little look. Yeah. Okay.
So we need
Interesting.
confirmation.
Yep. So we have our Page of Cups, which is someone bringing us a message, someone bringing us something. And then we've got our 10 of Pentacles, which is around money, which is around finances, which is around a lot of people. Then we've got our 4 of Swords. So this is the hidden mystery. So there was definitely something underlying what happened. All right. I'm going to just get some more cards to get some more clarity. Yeah. That definitely with them. And, and I mean, just even looking at evidence, straight away, Ace of Wands, which is our very big yes card. So, yeah, definitely. Yeah. And then we've got our Truth card, our Queen of Wands. You cannot get more yeses than this.
Right.
And then
Absolutely.
our Ace of Cups. So, yes, yes, and yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's lots of details and information that supports that.
Right. Right. Okay. Oh, that was not the one I was trying to bring up. Since we know our history has been manipulated, were the biographies Diary of Anne Frank and The Hiding Place by Corrie ten Boom a form of manipulation? That's a wonderful question.
Wow. I know, right? Because I mean, we've all probably read that, the Anne Frank story.
Yeah.
And been horrified, sort of trying to think about doing that. So yeah, let's just see if that was actually something that was truthful. Okay. Yeah. It's looking like, it was. So we've got our Knight of Pentacles.
Nuh-uh.
And there was something, around that was truthful, because we've got our Knight of
Oh,
Pentacles.
that was truthful.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I thought it was you're saying manipulation.
No, it was truthful. It wasn't manipulated. I was thinking about her and asking if that was what happened. So this one is steady and bringing us something that's of reality, because it's a pentacle. The Empress is the creator, beautiful goddess, and then Temperance. So to me, that is that's a truth, that there was something that happened, like that was her that actually went through that experience.
Wow.
So yeah, they're fairly strong yes cards. What was the other one? What's The Hiding Place by Corrie ten Boom? Is that something similar?
I have a feeling it is.
Okay, because I haven't heard of that one, which is really interesting.
Because I know Anne Frank was hiding a lot, so I would think it
Yeah.
has to do with Anne Frank as well.
Yeah. So again, we've got our Ace of Cups come up for that Hiding Place one, and our Eight of Pentacles. I wanted to say 7 for this today. So that was something that happened. I don't know. The Knight of Wands has then come up, so I'm not quite sure about the ending though, because this can be bringing through something. So that'd be really interesting to read that, because what I'm feeling is that maybe it was a little bit manipulated. Just the story of it. How sometimes they can, don't let the facts get in the way of a good story. So I just feel like maybe the ending or something that's happened in it is not quite as factual as we thought.
Oh.
So yeah, I'll have to have a look at that one. The Hiding Place. Okay. Yeah, thanks, Trixie.
So so when you say you have to take a look at it, are you saying now or?
No. I want to have a look at that book and just see what my feeling is as I'm reading
Okay.
it, and
Okay.
seeing what happens at some stage through it, if there was some manipulation of the actual story. And I mean, that can just happen anyway, through people not translating properly, or people, changing something up if they want something hidden because of personal reasons. So yeah, but in general, it was a fairly true story.
Okay, very good.
Mm.
Okay, so the next one is Colombia just got a election for president. They're going for a second voting. Is this country becoming like Venezuela or changing for the better? So what do you see for Colombia's future?
Okay, let's have a little look for Colombia. For a second voting. I wonder what that means. Oh, is this like a second term that the actual?
No, what I'm assuming is that they had a vote, and then it was either fraudulent or whatever. So like a second voting, like.
Gotcha. They're doing it again.
Yeah, exactly.
I think every country is a fraudulent I really do. So let's just see what's going to happen for Colombia. You know, I just really think probably 95% of elections are fraudulent. So, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Interesting, because we've got our Nine of Wands, which is something that's nearly completed, but it's been a really, really, really hard road. And then people know what they want. So there's the Nine of Cups, which is what our wishes and desires are. Then we've got our Eight of Swords. So to me, this looks like something's getting covered up again, and put people really don't have the freedom that they think they do in an election. So sorry,
Oh,
Colombia, but look, who knows how the rug's going to get pulled out from under everybody, but countries like Colombia, I think, yeah, they may have a bit of a tough time.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah. Just got our Ten of Swords, which is the death of something. I mean, it is something finishing, so who knows? There could be something good coming down the track.
Okay. Okay. The next question is, there are meetings of the military high command that do not agree on how everything has been delayed. Mr. P asked Mr. T not to drop the USAN. We're already tired of waiting. Will the
Ooh,
white hats react?
great question. All right, let's see what comes up with this. I mean, wouldn't it be nice if everything just went snap, done?
Yes.
God. Okay.
The easy button. We need the easy button.
Push the big green button. Yeah, but okay. Interesting. First one up is our Four of Swords. So there's a lot going on
Oh.
underneath. There's a lot of mystery. And sometimes there's things maybe even that, some people don't see, because our Seven of Cups card has come up. Now, to me, this is a little bit chaotic. There's a lot going on. There's a lot that is in the works. Yeah, so they're two quite profound cards when you're looking at something being hidden and then something that's chaotic, but there can be good that comes from the chaos. So maybe the fact that, as in the question, they're saying that not everyone agrees on it, could actually, we've got our beautiful Two of Cups. So it actually, I was just about to say, it can bring in a much better outcome. Two of Cups are people coming together to work together. So maybe there's going to be more of that because of this little bit of chaos and stuff that's been going on. So to me, that's a positive outcome. I'm just going to see what the next card was that's going to come up. Yeah, because the Five of Pentacles has come up. This is when something's been not great, and it could have been going for a long time, but there is a resolution. Five is change. So there is a resolution. So I feel that this could push things up a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Okay, the next great question is, this person,
Ooh.
a reptilian clone, or is she like Princess
Okay.
Diana, sent to the royal family to break the karma cycle of the family?
Okay, let's have a look first of all and just see the first question, whether she's actually got some reptilian in her or not. Or she's a clone even.
Right.
Okay, yeah, so that one's definitely there. Okay, the Fool. So this is, to me, something new, something that's come off a cliff. So I feel that it's someone that's different. So, and then we've got our King of Wands. This is someone that is usually trustworthy and brings through something that's spiritual. So, Page of Swords. But then we've got someone that is maybe not telling the truth, or it's a situation that is not as it seems. So I feel that the way she's been depicted, like through the King of Wands, it's not her. So yeah, I'm not getting. Let me just check I was asking about being a clone. Let me check the other part of that question, which is the reptilian bit, and see what comes up then. So it sounds like it's not the original her.
Yeah.
Mystery. Four of Swords has come up, so it's definitely been hidden. Something's been hidden with her. I'm just going to check in. Seven of Cups. There could be something in there that is not what we think, because again, this is my little bit chaotic. There's lots going on, and there could be something in her DNA that is not exactly what we think. It could be what's the word, have come together from something else with that Two of Cups coming up. So, and honestly, like, you can You can have people that have got like just small aspects of it within them, and we would never know half the time.
Yeah.
Okay. And was she sent to the royal family to break the karma cycle of the family? No, she's not like
Mm-mm.
Princess Di. No, no, no.
Mm-mm.
So
Yeah.
let's have a look. So we've got our Five of Pentacles, which means that there was something that was going on that was a little bit gnarly, not so great. And Page of Swords, again, that there can be a little bit deception, some things that are spoken that aren't truthful. And then the Chariot. So she's moved on at some level. So she's not really got there's nothing really going on there to see, if that makes sense.
Right. So you're saying like she
was
been
not
taken to somewhere, like it's not her.
Well, she's got no influence there. She's got
Okay.
no influence. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So then you're basically saying the reptilian question then was somewhat a yes.
There could be, yeah, something in there, because the magician cards just come up. I was just reading as you were asking that. So this can be when something's brought through, and it can be a bit of a mystery.
Yeah.
So there's tools here as well. It could just have been as well, but I still feel there's some in there. Yeah, the Tower card. But she would
Oh,
have been brought up in one of those families, and
the satanic families, right?
yeah, that's all they know. That's their world, and yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That confirms what I
yeah,
thought. Okay.
yeah. Okay, cool,
So
good.
yeah, so not such good news with Meghan Markle.
No.
Okay, great question, Andromeda. And did Adolf really trick his death and escape to Argentina?
Okay, Andromeda. Let's have a look. So first
I
of all,
thought
we'll
he
see
did
if he actually really did
trick his
die.
death.
Let's just see if he actually did that.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is the thing. God, there's so many lies. I mean, the winners always write the winners, always write the history, don't they? And you just wonder, don't you? So let's just have a look and see if he's still here with us. Do you know what? I think he might be, because we've got our Queen of Swords, which is someone, again, that speaks directly. The Two of Cups. So something went on. There was a plan. There was people that came together.
Some deal.
Queen of Wands. So this is like, yes, it's like he managed to do something to not be where they said he was, or whatever. Let me just, and then we'll ask if he went to Argentina. If he was dead, it
So
was a
you're
bit hard.
saying not only did he escape his death, you're saying he's still alive.
That's what the cards were showing me. I'll double
Okay.
check on that, but that was for that time. I was actually tuning in back to
For
that
that time.
time.
Oh, sorry. Okay,
That
not for
time. So
right now.
no, not right now. I'll check in and see. So yeah, and Argentina. Let's just have a look and see if that's where he went. Interesting. One more.
Yeah, that's what I had heard, that he had gone to Argentina.
Interesting, because we've got our Five of Pentacles. So this is, again, coming out of a pretty gnarly situation, and some change happening. King of Pentacles. So creating something that was going to work, master of creating. And then we've got our Ace of Wands. So Argentina, it could have been a stop off. It might have been one of the places he went for safety to start with. Who knows how long he stayed there, but it's looking like,
Like it
yes,
definitely escaped there.
yeah,
Okay.
Andromeda, and that's what the cards are telling us. So yeah.
Yeah. So is he alive now? Is he
Let's
still alive?
see. Because I mean, if they've got all of this amazing technology, like if they have got the med beds and they've got all this technology, we just don't know, do we? Or have they cloned him? Is he cloned? You don't know. And was he the bad guy that everyone said? This is the thing. We just do not know. Was he really the evil one, or was it others?
Yeah.
So, yeah, let's just check in here and see. Is he still alive? No, he's not still alive.
Okay.
Tower cards come up. Yeah, King of Wands and Eight of Swords. So something happened to him. So, yeah, no, I'm not getting that he's actually still on the earth plane with us.
Okay.
So,
Very good. Yeah. Very good. Okay, excellent. Is Mr. T's father, General Patton.
Okay, because there's a bit of mystery around this, isn't there? Yeah, I haven't researched it much, so let's just see what the cards tell us, Joyce.
Yeah.
Right.
I
Okay.
think I saw someone that compared the picture of him,
Mhm.
of General Patton with
Yeah.
Mr. T.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, very
Mm.
similar.
I wonder if it's actually wonder if it's a relative. Let's just see. So we've got our King of Swords. So this is someone that speaks truth, and then we're just going to see which one came up next with that. Wow, Six of Wands, which is a victory. This is interesting. And then our Knight of Cups, which is someone bringing an emotional message to us. So this is saying sort of like a yes, which is really interesting. And
Mm.
then a Three of Pentacles, and this is when there's like contracts made and deals done and things um, that have been like orchestrated for in a situation. So, wow, interesting. And then the Six of Swords. So this is moving from one place to another, like going across, and it's usually moving from a place that's not maybe the best place to be to something better. So look,
Mm.
it sort of seems to be saying yes. I'm
But
wondering
not
though,
like a resounding yes.
it's just saying that there's some affiliation there. So whether it was his father or whether it was a relative, it's of some description. So, but yeah, let me just double check that. I'm going to ask for one clarifying card.
Yeah. Because those are not like super yeses.
They're just, yeah, no. So something's hidden because we've got the Five of Wands. So that means there's been a bit of a confusion. There's been a bit of a struggle. So he may not be his father, but he could be related in some way, is what I'm
Okay.
getting. So
Or
yeah,
grandfather, maybe grandfather.
grandfather, maybe,
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
Would
No,
that
I
be
think
too old?
yeah, no, definitely not that. Got our Two of
Okay,
Swords.
not that. Okay.
No. So
All right. All right. Guys, if I miss your question, just keep posting it, okay? Because
it's hard, isn't it?
yeah, it's hard. Okay, is Angela Merkel a relative of the man that we just talked about?
Ah, okay. Good question. Let's just go in and see what we get. Yeah, I mean, because over the time, I've heard all sorts of theories and conspiracies. So let's just see what our cards want to tell us. Okay, that one definitely. So I'm going to ask that out directly. So we've got Nine of Wands. So this is someone that's had a tough journey, like Three of Wands, and it's something that's been done to look forward to the future. So it was set up, and then the Emperor. So to me, this is a very powerful person, and it's she could well have been, because with this figure coming in, that was someone that was seen as very powerful, almost like an emperor of his time, to how he was put forward. But this would, and I'm just going to ask, yeah, okay. So so what I'm getting is that it was said she wasn't, so she would have been taken. Like, that's why the Nine of Wands has come up, because she would have had, you know what I'm saying? It wouldn't have been allowed to have been known that she was a part of that particular person's family. Like, none of them would have been. So yeah, because they wanted to create something for the future that was unknown. Yeah. So I feel that she could very well have been. Yeah.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
It was very, very like thinking ahead, very, sneaky, smart thinking ahead.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Yeah. Okay. So the next question that I see
yeah.
uh, is David Wilcock really Edgar Casey reincarnated?
Wow. That's a good out there question. Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Wow. I'm actually gonna tune into Jazzy for this one as well. He's showing me something. He's actually showing me, I'll check with the cards, but he's showing me like Edgar Casey having this massive energy, like really big vortex almost energy. So very influential to people energetically if they're asking or tapped into or whatever. So that's why it can almost sometimes feel like someone has an aspect of that person or that being within them, is because they can be influenced by them if they're
Mhm.
asking for help. So let me just see if it's actually
Okay.
in this physical reality. Is he no, this one's want to come out. So Page of Cups. So it's being offered something, offered a message. So this so if we're looking, David Wilcox may have been offered some wisdom through Edgar Casey, which of course benefits a lot of people, which is the manifestation card. And the Magician. So to me, this is bringing heaven to earth. There's a lot of mystery, but I don't feel that it's him actually
It's him
reincarnated.
reincarnated, but Edgar Casey is providing information to
Yeah,
him.
yeah. If when he tunes it, when he wants to tune in, he might not know where it's coming from, or he might be right into Edgar Casey's philosophies and knowings and wisdom. But yeah, so but what Jazzy showed me really made it easy for me then to understand how there could be an influence there with him.
Okay. So, is the information he's bringing through accurate? That David
Okay,
Wilcock is bringing in, is it accurate?
okay, let's ask that. Yeah. Okay, this is interesting. Some of it wasn't. The Five of Pentacles is there. So this means in the past there's been some real some stuff that maybe wasn't as clear as it could have been or wasn't seen as well. It was like he was out in the cold a lot as well. I mean, I think he's been doing this for a long time, isn't it? I haven't looked at his stuff much, but so there was something that needed to change. And then we've got our Ten of Cups card, which to me is really bringing something in a lot better. There's a much better situation at hand. And then we've got the Star card. So maybe once he sort of, when he does tap in to that, to the, it's sort of brilliance of someone like Edgar Casey, that's when there's a much better result that
Okay.
comes through. So no, not everything has been truth.
True. Okay.
Mm,
Well, there you go. Once again, guys, you got to listen to your intuition. When you hear it
yeah.
immediately, do you go, ah, or do you go, hmm, always listen to your intuition.
And if you need to know more, you can ask more with your intuition as well. You don't just have to go and do it. Sometimes it's good to bring it to a point between our mind and our reasoning and our intuition if you really want to understand more about it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I like this question a lot.
Ooh.
Because I
Here
have
we go.
actually wondered this. I have actually wondered this.
Now
Oh,
these three cards just jumped out, and I honestly, yes, yes, and
yes
yes.
and yes. A super yes.
Do you know, it was years ago, and I used to love this thing called rugby that they do over here, and we used to have and I used to go, but he's just given that's all just rigged. I stopped watching anything. I went, nah, don't like this anymore. Yeah, it's definitely yes, yes, and yes, and that those
Sickening.
cards literally jumped out. So
Sickening. Sickening.
maybe not everything, but a lot of things.
All right. Is the meteor
Ooh,
showers really from rocks in space or from a battle of ships in space?
wow, good call. Let's have a look and see. Ah, and what if it's not either? It's, yeah,
Oh, yeah. What do you? Yep.
yeah. So let's have a little look. So it's definitely one of these. It's this one. Let's have a look. Let's flip them as we go. So we've got our star card, which to me is the cosmos. So this is something that's definitely coming from the cosmos, because I was going to go in and check to see if it was actually even from, rocks from space. But it's telling me that yes, there's definitely something that's coming through. It's a celebration card. So it's the Three of Cups. So this is almost like something's been noticed and seen, and it's being celebrated. Queen of Pentacles. I would say that this is saying it's meteor showers. Okay, if it was the battle, if it was from a battle, there would have been like a tower card, or there would have been something that said, this is being created, and it's been a massive moment. So I'm feeling it's something natural that sort of can come through with meteorites.
Yep.
So yeah,
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. Um,
but I like where you
okay.
take us, Dennis. Great questions.
Are there galactic spies?
Mm.
Who on planet Earth?
So galactic spies. So is this? I suppose.
Mm.
I mean, I
I'm
guess.
thinking, is this once again a too broad of a question?
Yeah, I'm trying to bring it into a place where it's easier. So, galactic spies, are we talking about people that have come in as humans but are still remember who they are and they're here on a mission? Or are we talking about otherworlders or off-worlders that are spying on us, like from the craft? I mean, yeah. So, let's have a look at both and see. Maybe that's the only way I can probably think of doing it because they're quite different. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ace of Wands. So yes, there are spies, definitely. Page of Pentacles. So some of them could come in because this is someone young, someone new, bringing in a new reality. So I feel that some of them could be on Earth as humans, and but then again, yeah. So I was just going to say, because our Nine of Cups has come up, which is something that we desire, something we want, and it's actually someone that's quite happy. Do they forget? Because you can't really, can you come in as a human like star seeds and angelic star seeds have? Because we have to forget. We have to forget and play the game, and then we get caught up in it. So does the same thing happen to them? Is what I'm actually interested to know. Yeah,
Mm.
I feel like it does happen because you truly can't come in as a human unless you've taken over a body or you've done something.
Mhm.
Um, you have to go through the process, and that's why the Fool card has come up. That new beginning, that falling off the cliff, forgetting. So maybe there's beings on Earth that are the opposite to starseeds. Really good question,
Mm.
and
Mhm.
it gives us a lot more again to think about and to ask more questions if we want to. If we want to go down that rabbit hole
Right.
and explore that.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so Kathy has another question that's kind of similar.
Yeah.
She keeps hearing of galactic battles going on seemingly all the time.
Okay. So it's really interesting, Kathy, because I'm quite sensitive when there's spaceships around. I can actually sort of tune into them. And there's been some nights here, or even days, where we've just had lightning, no rain, and it's very few clouds. And I'm just going, oh, I can feel. Oh my god, I know what this is. And straight away, I got the message. Yes, it's like Star Wars going on up above, and there really is. So I believe that because I've felt it. But I'm going to ask the
Yeah.
clouds, the cards.
Yeah. Yeah, and
Yeah,
that just reminded me about 2 weeks ago, I heard this huge boom thinking it was thunder,
yeah.
but then it stayed. Like it went
Ah,
boom and then it just like long and I was like, "What was that?" I even went outside and I'm looking
wow.
around trying to figure out where the sound was coming from.
So it was a real frequency that came with it as well.
Yeah.
Is that yeah, 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 interesting, isn't it? So, gosh, this is fascinating. So we're getting similar cards. So Page of Wands, which to me this is something new, something that's been brought through on a spiritual level. I feel though it's not all the time. I don't feel it's happening all the time because this is
Right.
something that's new. And
Yeah.
then the Fool card. So it's just happening when it's needed. It's happening when there's a situation that they have to come into. And it can involve a lot because the Ten of Pentacles to me is prolific. It's something where there could be a lot of beings involved, a lot of, craft involved or whatever. So yeah, but it's okay, I'm just gonna pull one to clarify. Yeah, High Priestess. Very hidden mystery. But if you're tuned into it and you can actually sense them, then you can sometimes really pick up when they are going for it and doing, Star Wars up there.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mm,
yeah, yeah. Okay.
yep.
All right. Very good. So the next and last question is, was Jassy a real skull, like flesh and blood at one
Ah,
time? And is that the spirit whom he's associated with?
Okay, thanks, Joyce. What Jazzy's shown me is that no, he calls himself more of a crystal fairy. So it is actually the crystal that activates him, but he's shown me as being a connection through into like an area called Sagittarius B, which is really deep in the cosmos. So he's a very cosmic, and because he's rutilated, so no, he's not. He's saying no, he wasn't a real human, and it's not that entity or being. This is actually almost, and we all have this. It's almost a connection into my energetic field through my chakras, higher chakras as well. So it's like we're sort of connected anyway on that cosmic level, and he just enhances what I can already do and see through his because of that higher frequency that's coming in through the crystal. But yeah, it's a great question. Jazzy, see, they do care about you. You're not forgotten. He's
No, we
going,
love
no,
you.
he's going, thank you. Yeah, and he loves you guys too. But this is why you can tune into him as well, because it's a higher frequency, and it's like we're all connected. We all have these incredible abilities to do this. So he's a
Yeah.
really safe way to play with stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So no, but thanks, Joyce.
All right. Very good. All right. Well, that's it for today.
Wow.
Thank you so much for those of you who played with us today
Yeah,
and gave us some questions. Always super interesting to see how different and interesting are the questions are, that people bring forth. So we're super grateful that you guys are here and providing us with cool stuff to ask about.
really cool.
So
Mm.
yeah, definitely. So again, I will see you guys in 2 weeks. If not, hopefully maybe we can, Maria and I can do a surprise show if my schedule allows. But if not, we'll definitely be seeing you in 2 weeks. And don't forget, Magic Maree now has a YouTube channel. So go
Yes.
check her out over there.
Yep, there's
Yep.
lots of good stuff for you guys on that. So really nice little meditations and just some really good tools that you can use to help yourself unblock and sabotage, releasing and all sorts of things. So go check it out.
Absolutely.
Yep. All
All
right.
right.
Mhm.
Excellent. So bye bye, everybody.
See you,
Have a good
everyone.
two
Yeah.
weeks.
Have a